So, as I said before, I think Darth Sidious was winning the fight with Mace Windu. I think Darth Sidious was winning the fight with Yoda. I think Darth Sidious was much more powerful than Mace Windu or Yoda combined. Mace Windu and Yoda combined, and he could have easily destroyed Mace Windu and Yoda at any point in the duel. However, I did add the caveat that I think that Mace Windu is a better lightsaber fighter than Darth Sidious, and Yoda is also a better lightsaber fighter than Darth Sidious. Yeah. So I was going to sneeze, but it didn't come. So anyway, in terms of the duel with Mace Windu, obviously they start off with 4 Jedi: Agent Kolar, Sazy Tin, Kid Fisto, and Mace Windu. They all fought against Darth Sidious. Darth Sidious easily dispatched Agent Kolar, Sazy Tin, and Kid Fisto managed to get a few lightsaber swings in, but Darth Sidious easily killed Kid Fisto as well. So it's very clear that Darth Sidious is, he just took out 3 Jedi Council Masters at once, so he's the real deal. He is literally the Dark Lord of the Sith. But in terms of Mace Windu, it is clear that the lightsaber fight between Darth Sidious and Mace Windu is an actual fight to the extent that they are both phenomenal lightsaber duelists and the sword fighting is real. And Mace Windu manages to knock the lightsaber out of Darth Sidious' hand. But at that very moment, Anakin shows up and Darth Sidious pretends to be weak so that Anakin can save him, and can save him in quotation marks, and Anakin can fully turn to the dark side. Now, obviously Anakin cuts off Mace Windu's hand, and Mace Windu gets electrocuted to death by Darth Sidious. And by the way, I think Mace Windu was probably already dead by the time he went out the window, because he'd gotten so much lightning in his, he'd been struck with so much lightning, so I think it was already over for him anyway. So I think it was much like the case with Albus Dumbledore, where he was hit by the killing curse, and so he was already dead before he fell. So yeah. But if Anakin Skywalker had not shown up, I think Mace Windu would have still knocked the lightsaber out of Darth Sidious' hand. And remember, that really funny scene where Mace Windu was basically grabbed onto Darth Sidious' wrist and tried to break his hands, and Darth Sidious was clearly very angry, and I think physically, obviously, Mace Windu could probably destroy Darth Sidious, but this is not physical, this is the Force. So I think if Anakin had not shown up, and Mace Windu would have still knocked the lightsaber out of Darth Sidious' hand, but Darth Sidious would have just struck Mace Windu with lightning and just destroyed him with the Force, and Darth Sidious would have won the fight without his lightsaber. Same thing with Yoda. We see that in the beginning they have their lightsabers and they're fighting, and Darth Sidious is not using his lightsaber at some point in the fight, so it's presumed that Yoda knocked the lightsaber out of Darth Sidious' hand. But Darth Sidious is having a lot of fun. He's just throwing Senate pods at Yoda, and Yoda is barely dodging them. And then Yoda finally manages to throw one back, and then Yoda tries to get to Darth Sidious, and then Darth Sidious just shoots him with lightning, and Yoda is clearly being very overwhelmed. And if Yoda hadn't broken off the fight, if Yoda hadn't caused a small lightning explosion, Yoda wouldn't have had an opening to escape, because the lightning explosion is what gave Yoda the opening to escape. And if they hadn't done that, Darth Sidious would have just electrocuted Yoda and totally fried Yoda, and Yoda would just be totally dead. It wouldn't even be close. Darth Sidious, clearly, Yoda was losing the fight. There was no way he was going to win, and that's why he left, because, yeah, sure, Darth Sidious would have also had reinforcements with the clone troopers and all of that. But really, the only reason Darth Sidious prolonged the fight with Mace Windu and Yoda is because in the case of Mace Windu, obviously Darth Sidious needed an excuse to turn Anakin to the dark side. And in the case of Mace Windu, Darth Sidious probably wanted to fight one of the most powerful Jedi masters around and see how the fight would go. He just wanted to have fun with the fight. Same thing with Yoda. Darth Sidious just wanted to fight that really powerful Jedi master and see how the fight would go. Darth Sidious was just interested in having fun in the fight with Yoda and Mace Windu, and he could have destroyed them at any time. So, sucks to be a Jedi, rocks to be a Sith, I guess.